Hey everyone, I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the Dope and Tape Show. We're live. We're live on a Tuesday. This is actually episode 72. Is that right? 72?
72, brother.
72. This is crazy. Freaking nuts. We're on 72. And just so you know, it's free to come on. We're here to support all fire protection specialists. Hey everyone, I'm glad you're here. And if you want to sponsor a show, we have 30 seconds in the beginning and then 30 seconds in the middle available. If you want to do it, this show is brought to you by Dope and Tape, and we're here for you guys. So tonight we got Bradley. He's from Tampa. He is a inspector out there, right, Bradley?
Yeah, inspector, and I do a lot of service too.
Oh, okay, cool. So we usually kind of start off, asking you how you got in here, and typically the answer is always the same. Someone brought you in. So who brought you in?
A gentleman that I met because I used to be a district manager for Dollar General down here, and as I was at work one day, he was a regular that came in. He asked me, he was like, "Hey, you think about getting into something else outside of like actual retail customer service?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not? I'll give it a shot." Off a whim. Started. He had me set up with the machine. I had learned how to operate the whole rigid, and one day he had me running work right away, and 7 years later, here I am.
Let's go. Okay.
That's a huge transition because, as a district manager, you're getting emails, text messages, you're dealing with employees, you're dealing with customers, you're dealing with, I would imagine, shipping and inventory stuff, and there's all those things. And you go from that to just being focused on a machine and getting the length right and getting your threads right. It just, in a way, it's a little bit more simple. It's calm,
Yeah, it is.
So, what was that transition like from doing that to week one?
At first, I was like, okay, what did I get myself into? Because the first day we were running 6-inch schedule 40.
So, yeah. Here, kid, put this on your shoulder.
Yeah, I was like, all right, fine. Get up on the 10-foot ladder, go ahead, stab it, Vic it in. First week, it hurt. Trying to get used to it. But after week 3, I would say, it just came to me.
So was that, I'm guessing you're not union since you're down in Florida. It's a private company, and you've been with the same company the whole time, or no, how do you kind of progress?
I started out with a company in Clearwater called Fire Safety. As I was with them, I spent a couple years with them, and then I wanted to do more. They didn't want to put me through school or nothing. They talked about it, but never engaged with it. So I went to another company. They're known as Randall Mechanical, and they had a fire protection division down here in Tampa. So I got with them. I became an official fitter, started working towards foreman. They sent me to the ABC apprenticeship program. I did that. And then they wanted me to run a 5-building job as a foreman I would have to have a boss come out and drop off material. They wouldn't give me the company truck or anything. They wanted to give me $1 on a raise. I was like, to run 6 crews on a 5-building project. Right. No. So I found a home at St. Pete Fire with Suzanne, and she sent me, I'm Inspector 2, backflow testing certified. Right tomorrow, we're actually going to a pump class so I can start getting more hands-on with pumps and everything. And,
sick. Where's that out of?
It's literally like a 4-hour class we're taking in Lakeland. They're coming to like a hotel and like one of those little conference rooms in a hotel.
Oh, okay.
So who's doing the show?
I'm not 100% sure.
We're gonna find out tomorrow, though.
Yeah, you'll find out. I'll give you guys sneak peeks. Don't worry.
Yo, T, Florencio, Eric,
awesome,
Samantha Small,
who's
Brad,
teaching it.
Jeremy, Shaggy. What up, everybody?
What's
What's
up,
up?
everybody? Thank you for joining.
Hit the like button.
So, was that your first day? Was that like the hardest day you ever had on the industry?
No, the hardest day I ever had in the industry was I've been doing service for about a year and a half. I was in the hospital. With being in a hospital doing service work, it's a whole different monster.
Mm-hmm.
You got to mind your P's and Q's and all of that. And I was dealing with the 6 inch, and there was a leak on a flange. And where it was located, you had to have it. The only way to get the water off was you had to go to the street because it was in that section of the pipe
Oh
to
shit.
shut the street valve. So we got it pulled, and it was just so much water. Nobody knew, like, oh, how are we going to control this water? I had one other guy with me. We're now going in the hour 14 of the night.
And so how were you extracting the water? Just you separated the flange or?
Yeah, I had to get a shop vac and pull the flange a little bit and pry it out to be able to suck the water out to
And
control
that
it.
thing dripped for 14 hours?
Yeah.
That's a long time, man.
Jeez.
Sometimes that
I
water just
asked
don't stop.
I asked my coworker the same question today, and they were doing. Let's see, they've done inspections at this. I think it was just a daycare for like I want to say like 4 years, but all 4 years they never let them test the hydrant. And he was explaining to it like, hey, the city does not test this hydrant, you have to test it. So finally they got the contract to test the hydrant, they flowed it, and then so on the underground you have your underground, and then it always has to 90 up, and then there's, I forgot the name of the piece, but it's like a buffer, and it keeps the water hammer from entering inside of the building, right?
Yes.
So I don't know what all happened, but there was a huge water hammer, and it broke some of the main, and so it's just dumping water inside the daycare. But
Oh,
the water went out the back door since it was on a slope and into the vault, and the vault is where you have to turn the water off. So that day, OSHA was not there, and they
Someone went
would
scuba diving.
yeah, he would hold his breath to go shut that OSNY.
wow.
Go down, shut it a little bit, come back up and breathe.
Yeah, come back up.
Yeah,
Dude.
that's one of the things I love about my job with doing inspections and everything is when it comes time for flow testing. Let me
Yeah.
flood some roofs. Let me flood some parking lots. Let me freak some people out thinking hydrants are broken.
Yeah. You're wasting
And
the
I
water.
love
Wasting
seeing
the
the
water.
hydrants that are attached to the diesel pumps, and you're just like throwing. I want to say like 100 yards of water. I mean, it's
Throwing
awesome.
water. Oh,
It's so
it
cool.
is so awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
Bobby,
you
what's your hardest day on the field?
has to be the 20-hour
Did they
day.
make you skip lunch?
Oh man, we skipped lunch, dinner, breakfast. The day started at midnight. I had to be there for midnight to move a hanger. I had to relocate a hanger. One, I had to put two so they could freeze 8 inch an 8 inch main. That was my first freeze of my life. And when they told me the only way we're gonna shut it down is with a freeze, I thought it was a joke. To be honest, I was in a meeting with a bunch of bigwigs, and they're like, "We're gonna freeze it because the valve doesn't work." And I like laughed. I'm like, "Yeah, all right, that's good." Like that. And then they're like, "No, seriously." And then so we started the freeze at about 1 a.m. It wasn't frozen until 6, and at 6 o'clock I had 20 guys showing up. And we had, once it was frozen, we had to drain. There was one dry system downstream. We drained all the water out. We were able to see the pressure was stopping, and obviously the fire pump didn't kick on, so we knew the ice plug was holding. Once we got the water out, it would start taking shit apart. And now we're on the other side of this ice plug, 5 feet away. It's got 202 psi, and you just got wide open 8 inch, and you're just looking down, and it's got like this creepy fog coming out of it. So we slap on a butterfly check valve, and then we drill a mechanical T on the plug side of the butterfly shut, and then we put matching pressure on the other side of the ice plug. That's part of the process because once it thaws out, it will go just like a bullet, and it will blow off whatever the elbow, whatever it hits next is going to blow off. So once you have matching pressure, now you can release the freeze guys. Now this is at like probably about 10 a.m. at this point. And now we have to tie in a bunch of mains, and we're relocating. We're doing 4 standpipe tie-ins and tying in all this new main that I put up. And so about 5 o'clock when we start to fill, I release half of the guys. So there's only like 10 or 11 of us left, and we get it up to about 150. And there's a sand hole. And the only tee that I couldn't test was an 8-inch tee where two standpipes came together, and then they went to the feed main, and I just was gonna fit in a tee. I had test cap on every piece. The fucking 8-inch tee had a sand hole. Bro, it's Sunday at like 6 o'clock at
Oh,
night. So I got to
Oh man.
one of the key players of the crew was someone who had access to the shop in the office, and luckily we had an 8-inch Vic elbow on the shelf, and he was able to go get it. But it was still the matter of now we got to utilize our new butterfly that we put in and drain it all down. All the standpipes had to come back down. We were almost done. We could taste it, and then we had to put that new 8-inch tee in, and then let it jockey all the way up. It was I think it was like 20 hours, dude. It was so long.
that's
Jeez.
crazy.
That sand hole, I'll never forget.
That is crazy.
I couldn't believe it. I seen a drip, and I shit you not, I grabbed my 3 pound sludge because I'm that guy. I was gonna go up there and beat whatever coupling was fucking trying to drip, and I get up there and it's coming from the middle of the fucking tee.
Wow.
Will you smash a Vic under pressure if it's leaking or no?
No.
No?
No.
Man,
Depends who's looking.
I'll be going right on the bolt trying to like spin the coupling a little bit. Those babies are
Nah.
strong.
Or the hammer trick when it's already attached. Tap it with the hammer.
Yeah, yeah. And it will
Just
stop. It
get
will
the
stop it
seal.
from. It'll stop it from dripping.
Yeah.
I
Eric,
was my worst, I wouldn't say worst, hardest day. So there was a day that like I was just miserable. And then I called my father because when I first started, my dad said I could not come and work under him. I got to go earn my stripes somewhere else, and then I can come and work under him. So like this day was just terrible. I think it was like, I don't know, it was like 100 degrees outside, but then they had to keep negative pressure inside, and there was no AC, so it was even way hotter. And I'm up in the attic. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. I called him that day and told him, it's like, hey, like, you gotta get me out of here. I need to come in the inspections. I'm gonna work with you. And also on top of that, I was also tired because we've been working doubles for like a month. So
ooh,
I'm just dead.
those are fat paychecks though.
Oh, they were. But
Eat
that
that
wasn't really my hardest day. It was more of like, hey, I'm either done with this or I'm moving
That
on,
was
you
a
know?
turning point for you.
Yeah, yeah. It was a either or.
I've always
But my
rather be in the
hardest day was,
cold than to be. You said you were in like a hot day or humid day or something.
yeah, but it was unbearable. Because outside it was 100 degrees. We would walk outside to get relief.
So would you rather be in 100 degrees or 10 degrees?
10 degrees.
But I'm
10
good with
degrees.
100. Give me 100.
I'll do 10. I'd rather hang pipe in 10
Yeah.
degrees
I,
than
I
100
can I
degrees.
can put
Yeah.
a hoodie on and be fine.
Well, because if it's 100 degrees, there's no you have to keep up the momentum as if it was 70 degrees. But if it's 10 degrees, they give you a little bit of leeway. Like you might put up one less piece that day because they're like, oh, well, he's out there fucking suffering in the cold. Where it's 100 degrees, what do you mean? Just go faster.
What do you do
It's
for
just
your
heat.
hands? Because I've been in a freezer trying to like repair
The back of your neck.
some
Cause
some
I
huh?
hate I hate gloves. The back of your neck, kid. I switch off going. I switch up just reheating them. You hold the back of your neck, or if you really have to, you go down your pants. But most of the time, if you have a hood and a hat, you could just stuff your little fingies right in the back of your neck and warm them up, kid. They're
Bro,
freezing.
I would
That's
just
I've done
get
that.
my
I've done it a few
Hand
times.
warmers
I
or
had
whatever you
hot
got.
hands. I had the hand
Yeah,
warmers in my hoodie.
yeah.
And I'll
Put
warm my hands up and then I'll get back to work.
two in each pocket, and then you just like when you're cold, you stick them in there. But while you're working, they're freezing off essentially. But it's better than
Yeah.
sweating.
My hardest physical day was probably when I was an apprentice,
What just happened here?
and I was at the Atlanta airport. Delta was building a new like sky lounge at the top. So you have your airplane level where everybody boards, right? And you have the concourse. And above that was the sky lounge. So I'm up there feeding getting pipe. Well, the low was down. So since I was an apprentice and on a crew of I want to say like 7 people, uh I had to carry the pipe down from the floor level all the way up, and then there was like a zigzag um staircase. That's all I did all day in the summer was just
Oh,
I
that's
would pick
awful.
up pipe as much as
I
I could
said a day
carry
like
and then
that is
carry
like
back
day
up.
worst day number 2.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
I
terrible.
hate lugging pipe. I'm scarred for life from lugging pipe like that. That I like won't will not cut the bundle. I want to take the whole bundle with me somehow up to the next floor.
I was physically dead, and I
If it
couldn't
was
stop.
possible, yeah.
And you got to hit the right angle so you're not scuffing up the walls and shit.
Right, right. Thankfully, this was metal and outside.
All right, Eric says he's in a hotel right now in Rhode Island. He's here for a 3-day sprinkler training. It's good stuff. There's guys here from California, Maine, and New York. Yo,
That's awesome.
where, who, where's the, who's putting this on, Eric? Where's it
Yeah,
at,
let's
bro? I
go.
want to be there with a 3-day sprinkler training. You could have stayed at my house. We're not that far. I'm probably like an hour to an hour and a
You
half
ever
from
been
anywhere in Rhode
anywhere for
Island.
training, Bobby?
No, never. On the job,
Oh
man. Everything,
wow.
everything on the job.
I've been to Patterson. Patterson. So if you don't know this, Patterson has a free pump class,
Oh,
and
I
yeah,
would,
they offer it. You just have to stay there,
is that in your
in the
area?
middle of nowhere, Georgia. No, it's like 2 hours northeast Georgia
It's
from
in the
me.
middle of nowhere, Georgia. I would go do that. Do they have somewhere to
Yeah,
stay close by? It's got Wi-Fi.
yeah. There's some hotels. They are in that area. There is. I want to say,
The Johnson Controls
geez, there's
facility.
like a military
That's my
TV
dude.
show.
That's our buddy Matt probably putting that on. I want to go do that, kid. Sorry. Nowhere,
Sorry.
Georgia. Training. I've never. I've
Yeah, I
done.
can't remember the name of the movie, but
I did.
I've,
Oh, I
it's
lied.
up there in
I did
Patterson.
fire. I'm Firewatch certified training, and I have
I've been thinking about
lift
getting into that. I was
lift
getting my certification.
certification. So Massachusetts, if you're working on a job site, you're required to have a Firewatch training card. It's like an 8-hour
Really?
course. Yeah,
That's
they made us
crazy.
get it. But then the thing is that they still make us hire a Firewatch. Like I'm a licensed Firewatch, but I'm not like allowed to Firewatch. I
Just
don't know.
hire me.
Just hire the fire
Oh my
department.
goodness.
Yeah, that's
Beta,
I
mainly
didn't
what
know
they
that.
do down here is hire the fire department, or
beta.
sometimes they'll get another
Yo, Goldie
municipal.
Glocks, what the fuck's beta? I don't know what beta is. Yo, hit the like button, you guys. It's like down the bottom.
Yeah, and please subscribe as
Hit
well.
that like button. Yes, it's Matt. He's on maternity leave. He just had a kid. Oh, okay. Good for him. Yo, what up,
That is good.
Chad?
Congratulations.
Hey, so Bradley, what are you working on now? You got any big
Uh,
projects? Or you do like day inspections, or what are y'all's kind of niche?
we do basically all of it. We just got into like fire alarms and stuff. I'll stick to the sprinklers.
Yeah,
I got zapped with
same.
110 the other day, and I was not a happy
Jeez,
person.
Oh, you're not supposed to touch it.
I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
Touch me. I
there
didn't
was
touch.
standard voltage hooked up to a flow switch one time, and I put my Leatherman up there to like short it out so I can get an alarm, and I got lit up, boy, lit up.
Really?
Yeah, dude. All I was trying to do was pull the conduit out with the wires out of the flow switch after changing it. And it was as I pulled it, it just nicked me just enough, and I was like, "Oh God!" I
Yeah,
was like, "No Red Bull today." All right, I am
no, you're
good.
good. You're good.
That sucks when that happens. I was working on some ductwork one time, and I just reached up, touched a piece of conduit to get a grip, and I got a zap. And so I was caught off guard. So I told the nearest electrician, like, bro, I just touched that, and I just got zapped. And like, no one would believe me. He went up there and he was touching it. And he's like, I'm not getting zapped. I'm like, you had to like touch the threaded rod and touch the conduit to get zapped. It
Oh,
was
you gotta
fucked
ground
up.
yourself.
Yeah. So like, he walked away, and I'm like, dude, I definitely got zapped. I'm not like making shit up. And then I was like, maybe I got to be touching this, and it zapped me again. And then there was something wrong with their fucking wire in the conduit, in the
That's.
We
conduit.
didn't want to hear that.
I should have known something was up before I got like when I first showed up to change out the flow switch because I put my crescent wrench on the saddle portion to take the nut off, and the bell went off.
Oh,
Oh,
damn, that's not good.
I was like, Okay.
Brad is the
That's
man.
not normal.
Yo, you got your fans. You got your fans here tonight, Brad.
Uh-oh.
Goldie Glocks.
Goldie Glocks.
Goldie
Goldie
Glocks and
Glocks.
Samantha Small. Goldie Glocks says beta, and
That's something from high school. That's been going on forever.
that's short for balls in the air. So I learned that
Ah,
today.
balls in there.
He says he loves the channel. How do you get on the live? Are you sprinkler fitter kid? You can sign up. Who's Goldie
No, is
Glocks?
that? If that's who I think it is, no, he's not.
I mean, it's like a show for fire protection professionals, but I might humor you if you want to come on like at the end of September or something. Goldie Glocks. The only thing you got going for you is you got Glocks in your second name. So maybe we'll put you
Yeah.
down for the 19th. I'm gonna
I
put
shoot Glocks
I'm gonna put
with
Kiki.
IDPF. Was it IDPA? Yeah, IDPA.
My Gen 4 19. I love that baby. All right, back on track. So what's going on for tomorrow? What are we doing?
Tomorrow is the class, and then after that's over, I gotta go into Tampa. There is a little house development that we gotta test some fire hydrants and all that stuff. So
Oh, so we'll get
that's
some videos out of you tomorrow.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, please send them
Send them.
and share them on
Today
Instagram.
we were flowing
Tag
stand.
everybody.
Yeah, I seen you. I see you flowing. You're big in the community now. You came out of nowhere and just taking over like a storm. So have you always been posting shit and we just haven't found each other yet,
No,
or?
honestly, I literally just started getting into it, like posting in the work and everything, because I had one of those things where like, damn, this is what I'm gonna be doing for the rest of my life.
Let's
Let's make the
go.
best of
Yeah, fucking post it.
it. And
We
then
want
we
to
had
see
a
it.
conversation about this is an industry that's slept on. There's not a lot of nobody's pushing this in school, and I think it's something that it should go all around.
You should.
You should learn about this stuff at all, like everywhere, because this is life. We save lives every day. We make a firefighter's job 10 times easier walking into a building knowing he's not going to burn alive.
Protect
I can
life
I
and
have
property.
time to contain a fire to get the people out of the building safely.
That's it. So I think,
So every piece that you put in matters.
and I think your videos,
Thousand
if they make it
percent.
to the right eyes, the video of like a hydrant or anything just flowing immense water, that might make it to the right young person. They're like, wow, that's cool. I want to test fire hydrants. How do I do that? But they would never see that if we weren't posting it because there's only so many sprinkler fitters. And then you figure, what, 80% of sprinkler fitters don't like technology. I mean, we're working with all boomers, let's face it,
No,
right? They
no,
don't
they
want
hate
to, don't get off the phone, don't be using the phone. It's like, you could be waiting and have absolutely nothing to do. There's not a discussion to put on. There's not an oil drop to clean. You're like taking a photo and they're like, get off your phone, kid. You're like, well, what's there to do, bud? We're waiting for a fill, right? You guys are all scrolling on
You're gonna sit
TikTok.
here and
You guys are
sit down and
scrolling
look.
on TikTok. I want to post, kid. It's the same thing.
Yeah, way better. I mean, we've already since we've been so we're on episode 72 now, and we've got several people jobs that would contact me or contact Bobby, or if I there was one kid at a restaurant that was talking to me about he wanted to get in the trade, and I was like, bro, get in the fire protection. He's I don't know what it is. And I was like, follow me on Instagram and follow Bobby on Instagram and just take a look at what we're doing and start messaging people and seeing it.
For real. That's
Like
the
this is
best way to do
awesome
it. I
what we're
forget.
doing.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
I
so
like. I
much fun and
started
it's
posting on TikTok. I posted up a couple videos. I just had TikTok. I never posted anything and none of that. I threw up the video of while I'm on this third floor with all the pipe laid out, getting ready to go to work. And I almost got 1,000 views on that for my first video. I was like, yo,
You
where?
get crazy views on TikTok. I don't know where they come from, but they're there.
yeah.
It's low hanging fruit, man.
Yeah.
As you get the right audio and you get the right length of a clip, and it will go to the moon. I don't know. Some things
Yeah.
are weird. Like you'd be posting
Yeah,
and
like
posting, and I'll go to 1 million.
your famous video now.
Which one? Oh, there's a couple, man, that bring so much fucking heat, so many haters. But back to what Brian was talking about, finding people jobs. And this is not a paid advertisement, but we did have Blue Recruit on the show for episode 27, and that's what I tell people to do. Like if you're trying to get into the industry, go make a Blue Recruit profile. It's free, and then you can type in sprinkler fitter, and you can see active sprinkler fitting jobs, plumbing jobs, any job, anything you sign up for in your area. and
And it's free for you guys.
it's free. The employers pay, and it's the way they describe it is it's basically a date. It's set up as a dating app to find work, and
Yeah.
I think even if you think you have a good job, you should make a profile and check it out and see what the
I,
numbers are like in your area. You might be able to get a better
that's
number.
what I do. I still like I'm not shy. My ears are always open.
Yeah, you gotta in an industry that's always evolving, you gotta go where it's evolving and where the money is.
Yeah,
No,
definitely.
absolutely.
You like that,
And just
Jeremy?
like what you said too, guys, like a lot of people get stuck at a job and they want more. And then the company's not sending them anywhere to get any school in, so they cannot get more. They're not helping them. They're just doing the same thing. And then the company's like, oh yeah, we'll send you. Oh yeah, we'll send you. Sometimes, guys, you gotta leave. But and then when you leave, tell them, hey, this is part of the agreement when I come on. I need to go to this school. I want to go to this school. I want to learn how to do this.
And if it's not too much money and you think it's affordable, then just send yourself to the class and then tell them, "Hey, listen, you
Yeah.
didn't send me, so I took the liberty to send myself, and now I'm with the knowledge that I just gained, I feel like I'm worth a little bit more."
It puts you in a very good positioning. Same thing, and we say this all the time. Do not wait for your company to send you or to provide anything for you for NICET. It's cheap compared to other like college
No,
or
it
any other certification is dirt cheap, and invest in yourself and get it in there. And also, just like I just said, it puts you in a very good position negotiating wise. And it also looks good. You went out there and did that yourself.
You can ask
Mhm.
for shit too. You can ask. Look at me. Look at this. The squeaky wheel gets the oil every fucking time. Okay,
Mhm.
don't forget it. Squeak away.
Like,
Always.
The
yeah, it's been an adventure the past 7 years, and I enjoy it every day. I learn something new every day. It's never seeing the same thing twice.
Brad should be a spokesperson. Does your buddy owns like a junk removal business or something? He keeps on typing it. He really wants me to say it. My only regret
Yeah,
is that I wish I would have gotten into the field 20 years ago. No regrets, kid.
No
yeah. Then you
regrets.
got my brother. I
Huh?
tried to get him to work with me
Oh, what?
when he graduates.
Oh, yeah? How old is he?
He's 16.
Yeah,
Well, that's
dude.
awesome. Get in there.
Get him right in the second he graduates. Don't even give him any time to do partying or
Oh
none of that
no, no.
bullshit.
I mean, he's good at football, but I'm gonna
Yeah,
get,
I don't know.
I'm gonna get
It's very tough to be a pro athlete nowadays, but it is possible. That is
because
a
I know
dream.
him.
That's a dream I can respect because if you do make it, like you're literally throwing a ball for like millions of dollars or catching it or kicking it or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck. Like it's
I
pretty
wish
lucrative.
I want to throw a wrench
But
for a
the
million.
the odds are way down there.
Way
So
down.
I mean, so I guess you'll go to college, get a scholarship, and then try, and then if not, then
Yeah,
come and hang some pipe.
I'll show him how it's done.
That's
That's
it.
right. That's right.
We need the 18-year-olds getting in. We need the 17-year-olds to be interested, and the second that they graduate and they're ready to work, they join up, and start getting their hours and work their way to
And
that
y'all will
license.
never be, y'all will be, you think you might be close now if y'all are like best friends? Like you will, once he's your apprentice and you treat him right with love and you teach him what, everything that he needs to know and you really put your effort into teaching him, like y'all's bond is unbreakable.
For real.
'Cause my sister's been dating this guy. Well, he was my apprentice for like 8 years, 9 years, and he was my
He
apprentice
wasn't an
for a
apprentice
while.
that whole time.
No, no, no. But he was my apprentice for a little while. But
You do that
like
to
our
poor
like
Alex every
we're
time. He's like,
super
you
close.
tell everybody he's a 10-year
Before I was like, I
apprentice.
don't know about this kid, but we're super close now.
That's awesome.
That's
Same way for little Bobby and
Yeah,
I.
and then also like I was asked last week what my biggest accomplishment career wise, and I always think just the ability to teach Alex what I know and just kind of pour into him every day. Like that's for me will always be my biggest accomplishment, no matter what.
And
well. What
making
what one of my biggest was I brought a friend aboard. He only did like tile work and all of that. Brought him in the fire sprinklers, and in 2 years, I have him running his own job site,
sick.
and not a little job, like a whole like school with like three separate buildings and all that. He's killing it. He's killing it,
That's how
and
you learn, man. When you just get to run work young, early on, you really don't know. but you
He's
have to run
hungry.
work because you can make those mistakes. There's no one there breathing down your neck, and you never make those mistakes again.
Trial and error, baby.
That's
Trial and
it.
error.
I love that. I was running work probably way too early, but that's the way the company was that I was at, non-union. Back in the day, kid, you were like after a year, like
All right, you're
here's a truck,
ready.
here's a truck, here's a warehouse, have fun. Like, okay, what do I do?
What
My co-
goes what?
my contractor was a scholarship university football player, and now he's a fire sprinkler company owner. So he has a
Wow,
clear
that's
road.
incredible.
I know if it's off topic, do you guys do pump tests often? I have questions that came up. Yeah, dude, ask the
I
questions.
What are
just
your
I
questions?
just
Let's
did
hit them.
one a
Hit us
couple
with
weeks
the questions right
Do
now.
you hear the excitement, Steven? Ask the question, bro. Anybody,
Hit us with it.
anybody has questions, ask the question. But before you do, hit the like button because you guys aren't doing that.
and subscribe.
And
I think that most
subscribe.
people that
Yeah.
are with the 15 people we got watching or whatever, I would hope that they're all subscribed. But if you're not, please.
Hi, mom.
Is mom watching?
Yes, Sam.
Let's
Hey, mom,
go. Oh, okay.
subscribe, right?
Well, oh yeah, because if she's got a name, then that means that's it. So if they're
Yeah.
commenting and they got a name, then they can subscribe. I think the problem is a lot of people don't even have a YouTube account. They just watch us from the no account, and you can't subscribe if you have no account. So
YouTube was simple for me because I already had a YouTube account. Of course, you got to have one when you make it because it's there.
if you want to
So
watch anything good, you have to have an account.
yeah. So and then I seen you guys had your thing on YouTube, and I was like, yeah, I don't do Twitch.
Come
I'll stick
on.
with YouTube.
That's it.
So
Well,
faithful.
whether you're on Twitch or YouTube, you're getting the same stream. We appreciate you both ways. Just YouTube is more known to like a boomer rather than Twitch. Like if you were to tell
Right.
an older person, oh yeah, we stream on Twitch, they'd be like, what? Whereas YouTube, most people know what YouTube's about. That's why we usually are pushing it more. The next
What's
giveaway is at 500 subs. Yep. Oh, what's the next giveaway? I think what did we say? We're just gonna send like a merch box. We don't know. It might be random. We're gonna send you a whole bunch of shit. But when we get there, it's gonna be epic.
you turn off
Yeah,
the
we just
valve, the
just keep
system,
just keep
water is
sending,
going in this header.
people our way. Let's keep growing the community, and we're working on getting sponsors, and all we're gonna do with the sponsor money is do giveaways, and then also it helps us go to these expos and show you all the new stuff, which normally you wouldn't be able to see unless you were there.
Next month, baby. Next
Oh,
month.
oh,
That's
so we
right.
got,
4
all right, we
weeks.
got it. Steven's back. Do you turn off the valve to the system so that all the water is going to the test header? I don't.
No, 9 times out of 10, your test header is going to have a control valve that's automatically closed. So you just open up that test header, hook up your diffusers and your hoses, and get the flowing.
Oh, he's saying they had a significant difference in the test results both ways. I don't go and shut a bunch of shit downstream. Like if it should be able to,
Oh,
I feel that it should be able to handle it. I think that you're
yeah,
supposed to, and we'll let Brian finish last. But I think you're supposed to
No, you're
shut off to
not.
the system. But I like them open. I want to leave it open in its normal state
yeah.
and do my test.
Yeah, so I do not like to close anything. As far as a significant difference in testing with it on and off, there shouldn't be because that system's already filled with water, so it's technically a static system that's not flowing water. So it should not affect your pump test at all.
Yeah. So where's it
Yeah,
going?
When
My
I
question would be,
do
where's it going?
you just got to
Yeah, when
watch
I
out
do
on that stuff.
engineering classes with the engineers, I'll teach them to do a monthly pump run. And part of the monthly pump run, I explain that hey, you can close this valve to isolate your system, but I recommend
Sorry.
you leaving it open. The reason why I recommend leaving it open, you need to test the integrity of your system just in case there's a fire.
Exactly. Keep it in
Yeah.
its normal state and run it. Is
Right.
this
So
risk?
that's my answer.
How long do you guys go on the suction side PSI? Oh, how low do you guys go on the suction
You
side?
never, well, so there's been, I just taught the Whistler Cross. Whistler Cross, let's put it this way. He is like the leader of the Jedi. Like he's like that. Like he is world renowned legend in fire pumps. And I had this big huge issue with a fire pump I couldn't figure out. I called him. And but we talked about that because I told him like this pump is going below 20, which per code you do not go below 20. But he was like, sometimes I do and everything like that. But he's also like a wizard, so he knows significantly more than everyone else. So
And a lot of the times when it's like that, when you're on your suction side, when it's that low, it's the feed from the city themselves. They're not providing you that adequate amount of water. And 9 times out of 10, to be able to fix that problem for the customer, whoever, they have to go to the city. And we all know how that goes.
Yeah, they got to find a valve that's been 3/4 of the way closed its entire existence.
Yeah.
There's probably one valve in that loop. I don't know how all the cities are, but Boston's got basically like a loop, and they kind of like keep tying together. And every now and then there'll be a valve that's fucking halfway shut or something like that. So Steven's asking if it's written in NFPA anywhere, as far as do you have to
yes,
shut the system
you
down?
cannot go under 20 psi.
No, I think
I don't know. I
no,
do
that's a
not know where it is on NFPA 20 or 25, but I do know that it's in the handbook, and that's where I
that's a
remember
different
reading it.
question. He wants to know if it's written in NFPA about do you have to shut down the system when you flow out the test header?
No, you do
Is there
not have
anything
to.
about that written in NFPA?
Nothing that I've ever seen. No.
No. Only thing I've ever really
It's
seen, and I kind of agree with, is if you do have like a couple old dry valves downstream, that can be a particular pain in the ass. Sometimes we would go maybe and isolate those dry valves before we fucking
Yeah,
run the
no,
dry
I,
valve
I
on.
always do. I always do that. I just make sure I don't want no dry valve tripping. I don't feel like taking off a faceplate.
It could possibly collapse the main, correct? Yeah. So I think that's the problem with going below 20, right? Is you'll collapse all the mains. You could
Yeah,
collapse the
that's
mains
correct. City
but yeah,
side, yeah.
because
And then
you're
it'll
pulling so
cause
much
a
out of
boil
there.
water advisory as well. So it also will pull up sediment, and it can cause a boil water advisory in that area
yeah.
because you're pulling more than what's normally being pulled.
Keith Caney, Keith Caney, hope I'm saying that right. He's the pump guru out here in San Diego, California. He's well known on NFPA board. Older gentleman, hates technology. He's one of my instructors.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Soak in as much information as you can from that man.
You got good instructors. That is great. I was
I
at a
got a
2,000 GPMs today, and it went down to 18 PSI.
shut it off.
Pucker up.
Shut her
As
off.
far as like getting good information, if you get a guy so typically these people look for this like stereotypes, and typically these guys are like full of themselves, like kind of narcissistic ish, but they're like wizards when it comes to fire protection, and they're like all over, but they're all about themselves too. Like humor them and listen to everything they got because they're gonna teach you some stuff. Like just let all the bull crap go, and try to learn something. But for some reason, I don't know. Sometimes like there's these wizards out there, but sometimes they're just like full of themselves. From what I've seen in my years in fire
I
protection,
agree
but
with that. But especially
I
like
just
when
old man.
if he says something and then I say something and we kind of all say like tell our stories. I think that if you're with someone to that degree and they're telling stories, you never rebuttal back with your fucking mediocre story to someone like that. Just
no,
let him tell his stories and comment on his stories. Don't be like, "Oh, well, back in 1992." Like, don't hit the old guys with that. They don't want to hear it. They don't care about your stories. Just listen to theirs.
yeah,
What we had a difference of 83 psi at 100% when the system was still open. Difference of 102 psi when we shut the valve.
The system was open.
Isn't that like a residual static thing?
yeah. So it's a residual on the. That's ridiculous.
Uh huh.
That's a ridiculous amount.
I'm the
All right.
designer.
Is there a size of the fire pump? Well,
Once
because
you
either way, it should have a master pressure reducing valve.
We had a difference of 83 psi at 100% when the system was still open. Difference of when it was I'm wondering like, is there a bunch of relief valves downstream that are all just relieving on you? All of his pressure reliefs. How many zones are on are on
This sounds
downstream?
like a
Is it?
big pump, but see, even if you have pressure reducing valves downstream, you'd still have a master case reducing valve right after the pump that would stop it. Like let's
Not
say it's
always
pumping up to
though.
200, it would stop it down to it would bring it down to like 175, 180.
But then if he's got like, if he's got a building that has like 10 zones and they all have a pressure relief that's set too low and they're all relieving as he's trying to flow, I still think he would still be able to.
80 psi is a freaking lot.
Just because you had the system open, the water has to be going somewhere.
Yeah, no, if you had 83 psi,
If you're losing that much, that's a
There's-
dude, that's a lot of psi to lose.
I would definitely want some more information on it in order to like tell you what's
Yeah,
going on.
we're in this now. You got to let us. It's at a mall. There's a lot of zones.
it's probably too small of a pump.
Hmm.
It's a mall with a lot of zones.
Yeah, but 80 psi.
80 psi.
How many floors?
He's doing the exact same
Probably
thing. It's
3.
just the system. If he's not isolating the system, he's doing the exact same thing, and he's losing 83 psi. Man,
Well, the only thing I can
maybe
think
we need
of
one of them
is
gurus.
only thing I can think of, unless there's something like water is going somewhere, is that the reducing valves are reducing it downstream, causing a little. That's a freaking lot,
He's
man.
getting 102. He's getting 102 at 100% when he isolates. Yeah. Sorry. Suction was 43 psi. Discharge was 126.
Hmm.
So it's probably like a. It can't be bigger than a 750 at 126. Is it a 500 or 750?
Yeah. Give us all the deets.
Yeah, I'm invested now.
Oh,
We're in here now.
Oh,
We're in
and,
here.
and
I'm
that's
gonna
like
solve the
I can see
problem.
why Steve's worried because he's the designer, so he made the calcs. So they're all looking at him as if why it doesn't work because as the fitter when it doesn't work, who else you got to blame? It's the you have
Like the designer. It's
it's the
always the
designer, bro. You put too many elbows, bro. No, I'm just fucking with you.
You're supposed to zig when I told you to zag,
It's too many elbows, man. You should have put a couple 45s in there.
This is when we call Mildred again, right?
No, don't cold call anybody, you bastard. The first time you did it was the best and only time that it worked. You randomly cold call someone and then we could hear them. But then like the next time you tried it, we never heard them again. But it's still funny.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just calls people. They're like laying in bed.
I'm sure she's sitting right next to her boyfriend. Why is Brian calling you? Who's the Brian?
Who's Brian calling you at 10 o'clock at night?
At 10
Oh,
o'clock at night.
it's the guy from Dope and Tape.
He
That was
only
with the
calls
system
at this
open.
hour. Like
That was with the system open. When we closed it, 55 psi suction and 157 discharge. So when he's got the systems open, he's doing 43 psi suction and 126 discharge. When he isolates, it's 55 psi and 157 discharge. Something's fucky with that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, something definitely isn't right. That concerns me. I want to go look at
I
this
feel
thing.
like they're not reading. They're like not reading their gauges right. Maybe they got a clog. How many gallons?
have to be-
How many gallons per minute he flowing? There's some pump. We want to see some pump info. We want the GPMs, right? Come on, give us all the shit.
so what would happen even if it is with a pressure reducing valve is that the pipes would just get pressurized more, but it doesn't mean that there's volume or movement during the flow state. So I don't see how that would happen either.
It's 1,000 GPM. So I mean
1,000.
that thing should be putting out.
Oh, well,
That'd
some
be good.
pressure.
Yeah,
got-
I would think. I think 1,000 would probably be like in the twos.
You might have had a piece of bark mulch stuck in your gauge.
We just need to swap out the gauges.
I'm just fucking around now. Now I'm just fucking around. All right, so what else do we got to talk about? We got AFSA coming up. So Bradley was scheduled to come on the 17th, but we lapsed. I don't know. I think I got some scribbles right here. I'd like to scribble it out pretty good so I don't tell people that they backed out. I think this person, we wrote them down before they confirmed. So we now have an opening on the 17th, right?
Right.
We got an opening on the 17th, and then we're looking to book up all of September.
Hell yeah.
September 7th will be a special show because we'll be in Orlando. We'll be together in Orlando, and we're gonna go live from where we're staying when we're down at AFSA. We're gonna be in
Yeah,
Orlando,
so it'll be
Florida from
me,
this.
Bobby, and Chad from
Chad
California.
Tester over here. He's coming out. He's gonna help us out down at AFSA. We're going from Wednesday the 6th to Sunday the 10th. AFSA, Dope and Tape will be there. If you're down in the area, the real expo and the nitty gritty really doesn't start until I think like Friday night and the 9th,
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday. That's when it really be. Like the expo grand opening, I think is Friday night or maybe even
Well, let me
Saturday
know
morning.
where
No, it's Saturday.
you gotta get together when you guys go. We'll go
Yeah,
out.
so maybe like on the earlier days, maybe like sometime on Thursday or whatever. Wednesday we come in late. We're just going right for the opener. We'll be at the opener in Universal. Should be sweet.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
that'd be awesome.
Um,
But are you not be able to make it? Did you land at what, like 4 or 5?
yeah, I'm making it, dog. What do you mean? You
You
gotta,
land at like 4 or 5,
yeah.
right?
I think I land at 5:30. Yep.
So then the thing's at 7 at
Yeah, bro.
Universal.
Yeah. Like
I'll
Is
be
it
there.
close? It's Universal,
it's 40
huh?
minutes away. We could have Bradley grab us and just fly us up that Sun Pass lane. Cause I fucked that up last time. My wife made me rent from Thrifty. I waited. You show up to the airport, right? You got Enterprise, you got Hertz. There's like 40 people working, nobody in line, right? We're renting from
Take
Thrift.
you fired out.
We're renting from Thrifty because it was like fucking way cheaper, right? There's one lady working. There's 90 people in line when I show
Oh,
up in Florida.
jeez.
And then they're like asking me about the Sun Pass, and I'm like, how many fucking tolls do I got to go through? At this point, I'm already pissed. I just want to get in this stupid car and drive off. And so I opted out of the Sun Pass, and then it was cash only. So now I'm burning through these tolls with no cash, no Sun Pass. It's like 15 bucks a toll, just fucking 90 miles an hour. So I should be able to make it to the from the airport to Universal. It all
Yeah.
depends. It all depends on
So I
what time
guess what
you
I need to
land.
do is get there before you and go ahead and get the car.
Well, the car is going to be right at the airport. We'll land at the airport, we'll link up, and then we take a shuttle to where you go to the rent-a-car area. You got to make sure you're renting a car from Orlando, and we're going to return it at Orlando Airport, and then that's where we're going to return it. We don't want to have to leave and get a
Yeah.
car. As long as we
Where you-
land about the same time, and then we could either take up, we could have time to go to the timeshare and check in, or we just go right to Universal. We have a car. Our shit can just stay in the car.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine our stuff would be safe in the parking lot of Universal.
And then after it will be later. Maybe
Oh,
we'll be able to check in a little bit quicker, I think. And maybe there won't be a big bunch of people trying to check in at the same time.
Yeah, it's pretty decent over there. iDrive is interesting. It's hell to drive through, but overall, it's pretty.
Brand new gauges. Sorry to interrupt, guys. No, this isn't an interrupt, dude. This is the spot to do exactly what you just did. That was a
Yeah.
great question. And now we're all intrigued, and we're probably all a little bit sour that we couldn't help you out more. But
Oh yeah, I'm really upset. I really want to know what's going on with it.
if you
I
find
wanna
the issue, we want to know. You definitely have to get back to us. And Florencio wants to know Brian's thoughts on Jake Paul beating Nate Diaz. Is it rigged or is Jake legit?
No, definitely rigged for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I mean, well, for one, let's remember, like Jake Paul's a good boxer and he can afford it. I mean, he's down in what, Puerto Rico training with unlimited funds essentially. I mean, he's
Nate Diaz
and
seems
then,
like he's drinking every day.
well, he's also a lot older, man. So
He's been on
when
some interviews, dude. He literally seems like he's just drunk on these interviews, the way he's talking. Maybe
yeah,
it's just
well,
me.
he's always been kind of off, but like he's definitely very punch drunky, and his boxing looks slow and sloppy. Like before
Oh
when he was
yeah,
fighting in the UFC, I mean, his boxing was some of the best boxing there, and he would just overwhelm you with punches.
So did they do a boxing match or an MMA match?
It was a box match. If it was the MMA match, I mean, it'll
Oh,
be no
why
contest.
are they doing why are they MMA? They shouldn't be flip-flopping like that. The guy who
Let's
flip-flops
also
always gets
remember
beat.
that this is a business. Jake Paul, like this is a business. Guys know that they're not get in there, get a fat check, win or lose, and the whole idea, part of the business, is to lose. And I'm sure part of it too are bets on the side of agreements. Hey, you'll get knocked out on this round. Hey,
Mhm.
you'll get knocked down on this round. Take a
That
knee
makes
on this
sense.
round. Bet that, right?
Back to that fire pump.
Yeah, back to the fire pump.
So speaking of the fire pump, Dope and Tape has a Discord.
I'll keep you guys
So
updated.
get on the Discord, download the app or get online, go to Dope and Tape, and then ask your question, give all your information there, and then tons of people will be able to help you out.
The Dope and Tape Discord, when we launched it, it grew exponentially. But since for months now, every time we go live, I share in the Discord. I tell everyone that we're live. There's been 70 people. There's been 70 people for months. So the Discord is like a group of 70 people that have been in there now for months. There's chats going on every day. There's pictures being sent. There's we got apprentices in there. We got apprentice Nick in there, always asking questions, and it's a good spot to be. And after the show,
And
I'll
it's
I'll
safe
share the
too.
link. Something with the link is it expires. If you're having trouble getting in the Discord, hit up Brian, hit up me, hit up anybody else that's in the Discord, and we'll send you the link.
Yeah.
How do
But
I
share
join?
too, guys. This show and the Discord and the community that we're trying to build here at Dope and Tape. I mean, it's nothing without you guys sharing it. That's the whole point of us having this show is to create a community. So they created the communities here on the show, the communities on Instagram, the community is also on the Discord.
Let me see if I
So
can
it's
send this to
nothing without
myself.
you guys. So please share.
I'm gonna try to put it in the chat right now if I can, but
Always sharing, man. Always sharing.
yeah, sharing is caring. Everybody should be
Yes.
sharing. It's great. Don't
How
forget
do
to
I
share.
join?
Don't forget to share. I'm working on it right now, boys. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm emailing myself the link. I know there's probably a better way to do it, but that's just how my body brain works. I get everything from my phone. Boom. Join the Dope and Tape server. Boom. Copy link. Boom. Paste. Fucking A, look at that.
Boom.
Boom. Now
Bada,
it's on
bada
Twitch.
boom.
It's on Twitch and it's on Discord and it's on Twitch and YouTube. The link is now in the comments if you guys want to join up. Oh, also I wanted to show you guys. We wanted to talk about this. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it.
Give it a shot.
Huh?
Oh
Give it a
yeah.
shot. So he's trying to share something that we talked about doing so we can share like videos on the show and have pop-ups, but he's working on it.
We're working on it, kid. I forget how I did it last time. Now I'm just flipping back and forth. But if I go here, and then I go window capture, and then I go to... Huh. Well, you guys got to keep talking, so we're not just looking at this. Keep the conversation going, kid. Keep the conversation going, kid.
So
So
what
where
were
do you
you
see
doing down
yourself?
in Tampa, man?
Huh?
What were you doing down here in Tampa, man?
Oh, so I got married not too long ago. I guess like 3 months ago.
Oh, all right.
So
Hold on.
this was kind of like a little getaway um honeymoon.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so
That's
Tampa
awesome.
is like a central spot for a lot of things. So we went to Clearwater, we went to Honeymoon Beach a couple of times, we went to St. Pete. My wife
Here we
loves
got a double
downtown
interlock.
St. Pete, man. We went there
DDX
was like
pre-pack.
a bar that has like a
This thing
disco
this
ball
is
and
the whole
stuff. So
kit
we
and
went
caboodle. You can get a tank in there.
dancing and
All right.
on the
Okay.
disco ball. And
You
then
can do
there's
all
a
your maintenance from
legit
inside.
pier
It's
with
got the
Yeah,
a
here
rooftop
they just
bar.
redid it too.
All right, hold
They
on.
just redid it.
Oh my goodness, that thing's awesome. And we ate at this same restaurant twice. Okay,
What
time out.
restaurant?
You gonna send it?
It's on right now. I'm trying to play it, but they're here listening to you talk and they're watching it. So this is a video of us at NFPA looking at this reliable pack, and I kind of just want to hear about the audio and if you guys can see it, and just give me a little bit of
Nitrogen
feedback if
system
you
built
could.
in. This thing right here is the real deal
Yeah, they
from
can hear it.
Reliable.
They can see it. I'm
Happy
looking
to be
at
here.
it.
Happy to be seeing it.
But we
I'm looking
cannot
at
see
it.
anything.
Awesome, huh?
We can't
I
see
I'm
anything.
watching it
No,
on YouTube.
no, I'm not showing this. I'm not doing it on the Zoom. I'm not
Okay.
doing it on the Zoom. I'm doing it on the. This is a video of us at. It's working. Okay,
Oh,
perfect.
I hear it.
We're gonna
Nice.
go. We're
I
gonna
got you. Don't
close this.
worry.
We're gonna go back. We're gonna go bam, and now we're back. Okay, thank you. That was just a little test that we needed to do to, just to. That's it, to
We
progress.
passed.
So, if anybody wants to, as Brian always says at the start of the show, if you want to sponsor an episode, this will help get us to the shows. This will help. We're looking to get memberships to NFPA, NFSA, AFSA, SPFE. We want to be members. Open Tape wants to be a member at all these, and any sponsorship would go towards that. It would go towards flights. It would go towards feeding us, getting us into these places, buying a new camera, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
It's just improving the show and bringing more content to you.
that's it.
Right now, we're just trying to, well, we have to do it
We're
ourselves.
just pumping it out, and
Yeah.
with the help of you guys and with the help of like people like Arco inviting us to NFPA, that was a blessing. AFSA really would have been our first show that we kind of paid for ourselves to go there. If someone wants to sponsor the trip, that's still available. You can hit us up and we can talk about that, and we'll say your name at the start of every video. But me just sharing that little video right there would be if you had an ad and you wanted to run it in the beginning of our show. It will be a little bit cleaner than right there, but that's how we're gonna do it. We'll be able to share the video right to the show. If you want to email us your ad or whatever, we could talk about that off air. But we are looking for sponsors. If anybody is down, wants to help us out in any way, we're going to AFSA in September, and we're talking
4
about
weeks.
we're talking about NFSA in 2024, and we're gonna go to NFPA in 2024, and there's going to be another AFSA next year, so we're just trying to get to all the shows so we can keep on the up and up with the innovation that's coming to our industry and try to show it and put it on YouTube and promote AFSA and NFPA and all these other in their movement and just be there for the fire protection industry the best that we can.
Yeah, indeed,
We
indeed.
appreciate every one of you guys. And
Thanks, you guys.
let's see. He says that he's going to keep us updated. It's a new store. It's going to be in the mall, and it wants a .45 GPM density, so we had to make sure the pump works. Yo, welcome to the Discord, Steven. Just put a pump detail view in the Discord. Oh, damn, kid.
Yeah.
Now
Damn, that was quick.
Now you're really doing it. Let me see. Maybe I can share
Yeah, I
that.
just got the notification.
Did he? Did you?
In it.
In it to win it, kid. Now you're taking us all the way to the Discord. You're going to make...
Whoa.
Now everybody wants to go.
Check it out. Hey, Bobby. Whoa,
Yo, bro.
look at that.
Bro,
Oh wow.
I got Siri too.
In
Come on.
it.
Look at mine.
Full detail.
Look at mine.
look.
Hey, no, what's mine say?
Mine's
Pronounce
better. Look at
first.
mine.
No, look at
Let's
mine.
go.
Mine's better. It's a iPhone 12. I gotta get the
It's
14
in
kid
4K.
before the show. I gotta get a new
Yeah.
iPhone before the show. I'm fucking fixated on it. I want one. I'm gonna go get one.
Awesome. Hey guys, I just wanted to say thank y'all so much for coming on and watching live, hanging out with us, commenting. Don't be afraid to ask us anything on here. And if you're listening or watching later, thank you guys. Still like and subscribe, share this, grow the community, and tell a friend.
Oh,
It's
we
free
got
to
six.
come on.
We got 6 likes, so they're listening.
Tell all your friends.
If you guys wanna,
Tell your moms, your grandmas, your neighbors.
both of you guys give a little point to the link up top, and you can get your dope and tape hats. Give them a little point. Give them a little point. Right there you go. Right here. Find your merch at dope and tape. myspreadshop.com and get a hat like this or a shirt or whatever you want, sticker. We got a whole maternity line and there's stuff for your babies in there. Want to see the dope and tape logo on the infant? Hook it up.
Oh.
I think that was it. That was a great show. Thank you for coming on with such short notice.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Appreciate
no
you.
problem.
We
No
appreciate
problem.
all your posts. Everybody posting is great.
Yeah, hopefully I can blow up my platform too, and then
That's it, man. I'll share you every time. Anybody tag me, I'll share you.
I'll share you every time. I'll share everybody's stuff.
hell yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to only really share sprinkler stuff, but I will share other stuff if you tag me.
Yeah, I mainly try to keep a sprinkler.
Keep it sprinkler. Yeah, no, I know.
Unless I find some like absolutely hilarious, then
Yeah.
I'll just
I hear that.
I
Brian,
send
look at
reels to people too.
just get bored running through your phone.
The reels I get hundreds of reels every day. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. I love it. I do love it. I love it all. Appreciate
But yeah, I
every
can't wait to link
conversation.
with you guys for AFSA, man. So it's gonna be awesome.
We're definitely gonna be in contact for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I'll
I think
take it.
that's it. Episode 72 with Bradley. Thank you everybody for watching us. The Discord is popping. Join the Discord. Hit the link. If you didn't get a chance to hit the link, hit us up on Instagram. We'll send you a new link. I don't know. That's it. You following us on LinkedIn? I know LinkedIn is kind of a weird one, but it's moving. We're posting on it. I think LinkedIn is like one of the newer apps that's going to blow up, and Brian's on it. I'm on it as Bobby. We're on it as Dope and Tape. Go on there, follow us. I think it's a good app. What do you think, Bri?
I think it's great for business. I use it a lot.
A lot.
Tons.
Brian is on there way more than he's on any other app. So if you're trying to see him,
Yeah.
because he kind of sleeps on us on Instagram.
Well, Instagram doesn't help me make any money, you know?
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It could. But
Yeah, when you
that's a
get
long
up
way.
to, I mean, you're up to what, 8,000 subscribers, 8,000,
But
yeah, followers.
they still shut down the Reels bonus. So even once I get 10,000, the Reels bonus is still not a thing right now. I think there's still ways. Most people are making money on Facebook. Most people make their money by their Reels going and getting views on Facebook, is what I'm hearing. But no, I'm posting still for free, dog. A couple hats and some boots here and there, but we're posting for free for the love of the game. We're posting.
Yeah, I'll see. Maybe I can shoot up some hats for you guys.
Oh yeah, no, don't
Oh, yeah,
ship
it'd be
them.
awesome.
Don't ship them. We'll see you in 4 weeks. Don't spend the money on
Yeah.
on ship. Yeah, that'd be sick, dude. I like that hat.
Yeah, they got this one. I got a whole bunch of them, bro.
I might not wear it every day, but it will go in the hat collection. I got so many hats.
Grab me a
don't-
t-shirt.
I wear it every day.
Grab
Add
me
it
a
to the-
t-shirt.
That's it. All right, so I think we're gonna take this chat and go over to the Discord if anybody wants to continue this talk. Again, thank you for joining us. Thank you for all your support, likes and shares and all that, and hope everybody has a great night.
Yeah, you too, man.